Hello comrades, welcome back to the BentBox Comics YouTube channel. As always, I'm here, Chris. Now we're going to try and make this a real quick one. So sorry last week, I have failed in my mission to be consistent with content and upload a video every Friday. Whoops. I think I did post something, but it was just about the campaign. Anyway, we're currently on a Kickstarter grind for Refuge Chapter 1. If you are not familiar with it, or just the Kickstarter grind in general, very stressful, very busy, non-stop, social media, reaching out, interviews, yada, yada, yada. So it's just all hands on deck. And by all hands on deck, I mean these two hands are on deck because that's basically it. So thank you, though, to everyone out there who's watched all my interviews, who's interacted, who's backed so far. We're getting slow momentum, but we're getting momentum, and we are getting followers and backers, and I just appreciate it. So hopefully we will reach goal. Right now, it is definitely up in the air. It's a, hustle and a grind to get there. So we're going to be grinding and hustling as much as we can for the next, I think, 20 days. But anyway, I do appreciate everyone who's supported so far. If you have backed it, feel free to post about it, to send it to a friend, to send it to a family member, whatever you can to get the word out will just help the project come to fruition, which is the whole point. We just need to get it funded, and then it's already written, it's already ready to go, the artist is pumped and ready, so now we just need money, unfortunately. All that said, I had a conversation recently, and this is kind of what prompted me to make the video today, or at least the subject for today, and it was with an aspiring writer named Ryan on TikTok. He reached out to me after seeing a handful of our videos and kind of mentioning, actually it was because of Nick over at Full Chub Book Club. Shout out to you, Nick. Thank you so much for all you've done for BentBox, because you have actually gotten us some sales, and I appreciate it. But Ryan reached out to me to just discuss comic books and what it takes to make one, all the process in finding an artist, and how to, get a Kickstarter running, and just what it all takes. So I love talking with people. I just do. So I was more than happy to jump on a call with him. Jumped on a Discord for about an hour and a half, just chatting about comics. He's a super nice guy, and hopefully we can maybe work on something together in the future. That's kind of where we're heading with the conversation. But all that said, we had a nice conversation about how his current idea for a book is more young adult, more kid-friendly. As we were discussing the current state of Kickstarter, which if you aren't familiar with the current state of Kickstarter, and I've had this conversation with a lot of creators in the past, and specifically some interviewers, although a lot of it was off air because of the weird vibe around it. I don't really get why. I mean, I kind of get why. I could theorize, but it doesn't matter. The one of the primary genres, I guess you could say, or types of comics right now on Kickstarter that are getting a lot of momentum and a lot of funding is the not safe for work books. So this whole section or category of books, which it isn't really a section or category yet, it's just in the comic space, in the discovery, it is oversaturated, I think, is a term that should not be debated here with regards to this. It's oversaturated. That said, they're funding very well. So it is definitely a type of book or genre that has just, I guess, when you talk about content or like product, it has a built-in appeal. And I mean, if you rail against that or say that's not true, or whatever, if you get defensive about that, that's on you, because you're just faking, you're feigning ignorance at that point, because it just is. It has baked-in appeal. So we were trying to figure out, between the two of us, just kind of what the comic space kind of needs right now, specifically to help comics grow. And one of the things that Ryan and I were discussing was just children's books. I've heard a lot over recent years, specifically giving a couple lectures at some local high schools, speaking with teachers of young children, parents of young children, some at cons that buy some of our books specifically for their kids, some of the interests that the kids have. Now I know a lot of this honestly is manga related or anime. That kind of gets a lot of the attention for the younger audience, but we were trying to kind of brainstorm on the idea of okay, to really get this audience or this new generation of readers, this young generation of readers, obviously they have to be targeted. unfortunately, fortunately, a not safe for work book is not going to be targeted towards a new reader in theory, or a young reader, someone who could develop a passion over time, or like we did when we were kids and we went to the grocery store or the comic book shop with our dad or mom, and we picked up, the 50 cent or $1.25, whatever it was when I was a kid, floppy, and that kind of started the passion, was getting into comic books as a medium. So, I mean, my kids obviously love all things kid related, but they get more hyped about movies, TV shows, stuff like that. Just, it's type of entertainment that's easier to digest. So trying to figure out a way to get them interested in reading and discovering new worlds and imagination. Comics are a prime place for that. So I think what we're basically saying, what Ryan and I kind of landed on at the end of our whole talk, which was a great talk, and I can't wait to maybe work on him with him in the future, not on him, depends on what he wants, is that maybe if we start focusing more on children's books, not necessarily children's books, but more just aimed at young adults, like we can add peril, we can add serious topics, we could add adult themes, not necessarily in get your mind out of the gutter, adult themes in a way that children are living in the world with us. They share the same world we do, and we all know this world sucks. It just does. So if there's a way to where we can package up all these themes in a way that's palatable for children, easy to discuss and digest as a family together, even, that'd be really cool. That's kind of one of the reasons why I wrote Refuge, is it's about a child soldier who suffers from PTSD throughout the book, and there's a lot of things about loss and finding new family and hope, and there's all these themes that are very heavy, and a younger mind can kind of grasp them, but not as much as you and I can, because of our past experiences and where we are in life and how much we understand life sucks. So that's kind of one of the reasons why we wrote this. And I think if we focus in on this this generation, this upcoming generation of kids or teenagers who I've been told are very interested in comics, or at least the idea of comics, specifically manga, but I think that's a gateway drug, or vice versa, who knows. So if we could really target this audience and hopefully try and help bolster and grow a new generation of readers that are interested in comic books, that will just keep the industry alive, the independent industry specifically, because obviously that's where I'm focused and a part of, but the industry as a whole. So that's just what we were thinking. It's kind of my 2 cents on I can get much further into the whole Kickstarter thing right now, the algorithm, as some would say, and it's been debated from here to Kingdom Come with no resolution and no one giving up any ground, which is so much fun when it comes to debates. So without really getting into any of that, I think you and I understand typically, and if you don't, this is me helping you understand, or you can look into it your own, but I think you and I understand the current state of Kickstarter, comics, crowdfunding, and it's kind of the how to break through that. Now, a lot of people mention obviously building your audience, finding readers, which is great, and that is technically what you should be doing anyway. That's just how you do it, but it's just more of a slow roll due to the fact that discovery on Kickstarter is one of my lowest ways of finding backers for any of my projects so far. They're all either outside sourced, different links, or some way, shape, or form, or a previous backer. So that is me building that audience and benefiting from it. But the finding new people is the part that, it'd be nice to have a little help with it. But irregardless, we're going to just keep working on it as best we can. So that's it. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about the whole situation, or if you're even interested or involved or have any understanding of it, because it was fun talking to Ryan. Ryan didn't know anything about this. He didn't understand, because he's a new writer and he's trying to get into comics. He didn't understand the politics behind comics at the moment, and just the divisiveness and the arguing and people taking sides, and it's so stupid. It makes no sense to me. Because I mean, the whole point of us being here doing comics is escapism, fantasy, fun. You know, I'm just here to create. I'm not here to drama farm like some of you. So instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is just chat with you and keep making cool comics. And that's my goal. So once again, let me know below, you know, if you have any thoughts on it. How do you see the future of indie comics? Do you have any ideas or any like you know, like a plan or concepts for ways to improve it? You know, do you even think about this kind of stuff as a creator, as a reader? Is this stuff even on your radar? Are you just looking for those good books so you couldn't care less? That's where I'm at as a creator and reader. So, but regardless, all that helps the algorithm. You like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I really appreciate all of you watching. Once again, sorry we haven't been super consistent. It's been a little crazy. So please share, find, go back, just look into Refuge Chapter 1, currently live on Kickstarter. It very literally needs all the help it can get. You know, it's just that kind of book. It's an all ages book. It's not safe for work. You know, it's targeted towards families and young adults, but at the same time, it is a book that was written in a way to where I can enjoy it, you can enjoy it, no matter what age. It's truly an all ages book. So don't be worried, like, I don't have kids, why would I enjoy this kid's book? It's not a kid's book. It's an all ages book. Are you an age? It's for you. And that's it for today. Thanks again for hanging out with me on another Friday. Hopefully I'll see you next Friday. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about, more topics, maybe another update on Refuge. We'll see. We have plans for other cool books, maybe some partnerships we're working out with some really cool creators. So, you know, in theory, it's only up from here. See you next week.